and we're back playing LOL. And a couple of things have changed. One thing you may notice that I am now recording in HD, alright? Some people have been saying, if you want to be a professional gamer, you want to be taken seriously, well then you ought to use HD quality. Alright, nothing short of HD. So alright, I'm going on HD now. So this is an HD recording. I apologize for before. I did not realize that you needed to have HD quality. Oh shit, don't want to die, not yet. Not the first. No. Run. I don't want to be the first to die. Oh my. When you're the first to die, oh, that was close. When you're the first to die, it does this awful thing of first blood, and it makes it so embarrassing. I don't want to be the first to die, alright? I'll be the second, a third, not the first, alright? That's all I ask. So, just trying to pay enough attention to the game right now, while I get a couple things off my chest here, that I don't die first. I just want to die the first. Alright. So, another thing I've decided is I'm not going to swear anymore, alright? And I apologize for my profanity in the early video. I did not realize some people are offended or otherwise turned off by it. In some cases, they're not offended. They just find it, what's the word? Lowbrow. I mean, I'm a white-collar guy myself, but I understand that, you know, it's not for everybody. And so to appeal perhaps to a more general audience, I mean, it's not that I'm going to watch the content, what I'm talking about, but I'll just watch the words, alright? I'll try to stick off of those offensive words. But on the subject of offensive words, oh shit, I just walked into it here. Oh man, I just did exactly the thing I didn't want. That is so embarrassing. Oh, you would know. Alright, anyway, on the subject of offensive words, I was arguing with this guy who was trying to tell me how to do my videos. Now, I don't want to do my videos like everybody else. How many people out there do the videos exactly the same way? I mean, there are hundreds of people out there on the YouTubes that all have the same exact kind of video. I mean, why would anyone want me to make my videos just like everyone else? I like to be different. Kelby is Kelby, and I'll be different. I like the chemistry in this group I'm playing with this today. We might actually win. There's a chemistry. Can you feel it? We click. It's like together we can take on the world, man. Yeah, this is working. I feel it. Alright. So, while I'm arguing with this guy, he actually calls me a retard. Now, that is a word I have a problem with, alright? I have relatives, believe it or not, who are mentally handicapped. Now, a lot of people do. I'm not the only one. Lots of people have relatives that are mentally handicapped. And it ain't right in this day and age, and everyone should know better than to call someone a retard. When you do that, you're insulting handicapped people out there, and you're insulting their friends and relatives, and it ain't right. Alright? It ain't right. So, I mean, if you got something to say about me, if you want to call me stupid, and call me a jackass, call me a jelly brain, call me a moron, but don't call me a retard. That's wrong. Alright? So, moving beyond that, I really have a good feeling with this group. I think I finally have a good team. I usually feel like the other side got the good players, and we're just kind of doomed to be screwed, but this time I kind of got a feeling that I picked up with some good guys and gals, you know, together. I think we could do it. Oh, pardon me. I believe it. I really do. And I'll keep dying because that's what I do best. But it's a team, right? It's not one person. It's the team. And I think we have it. Again, a chemistry. It's a chemistry. That's what's interesting. You see, you can have players, they are individually really good, but you put them together, and it doesn't quite work. They're different. One might be more left side of the brain, one more right side. I want to go off and do something intuitive like this, and one's more left side, really practical and do this, and it doesn't work. It doesn't click. And it's a similar with relationships. I mean, a key point. I mean, an example would be Lydia. That's my girlfriend, although she may be my wife, and that's where it gets a little complicated. We got married online, We got married by a man in a chat line who claimed that he was a real minister. And I'm gonna keep dying anyway. I know I should pay perhaps a little more attention to the game, but there's always things I feel important that I want to say. So, that's the thing. We got married on a chat line. In the eyes of God, we were married. Does that mean we're legally married? So my girlfriend and I, see, we're thinking of going our separate ways. It just isn't working out. But the question that we have, are we legally married? I mean, I've been married twice before. One briefly, and one for a number of years. They just went bad after a while. But my new girlfriend, we're not sure if we're actually married. We did it online. So legally, I don't know. And this is the problem that we have in trying to figure this out. One of the problems that went wrong in our relationship was that when we were going through a rough phase, I actually got married on World of Warcraft. Now this gets really silly because this is ridiculous. All right, I was drunk, and this girl, I don't know who her real name really is. We never met in person. We only knew online, and we only knew each other on World of Warcraft. We didn't know our real names. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I was a Tauren, she was a Night Elf. We weren't even on the same side of the war. It's a game. Who the hell is going to recognize that as a real marriage? No judge in the land is going to recognize that marriage. It was just a stupid thing we did. My God. It's not like we even would have kissed or anything. It was on a stupid game. We just did. Was drunk, and what the hell? Let's get married. Sometimes you get caught up in the world you're playing. It's just a fantasy land. It's like you're playing this dude with horns and fur, and you know he's not you. And it's a separation. It's like it's a fantasy thing. And sometimes, you just do that kind of thing for fun. It doesn't mean anything. But this is where it gets my brain all numbed up. I'm confused. Well then, what is that online marriage with Lydia? How different was that? I mean, we did meet in person. We met online, and that's where we really got to know each other pretty well. And we thought one time where we couldn't be together on this long weekend because she had to work, we decided to get married online. It was just one of those things that just sort of happened. But then the question is that, are we then legally married or not? And I just don't know. I actually have a lawyer friend that I keep asking, and he keeps postponing it. I mean, I keep asking him, can you tell me? Have you done any research? Do you know if it's legal? And he never gets back to me. This has been going on for a couple of months now, and I've done I don't know how many messages, and he just doesn't get back to me. So I can't find out whether we're actually legally married or not. And I'll tell you, when it comes to online marriages, it's best to stay clear because you don't know what you might be getting yourself into. Imagine finding out that you've just married someone that you don't find at all attractive, and imagine they claim that they want a divorce and they want half of what you own, and you never even met this person. You gotta be careful with online stuff. I don't know all the legal ins and outs of it, but you do need to be careful. Man, am I good at dying. Seems to me I die more than the average player, I think. Is it bad luck, or maybe I just had too much into the front? Maybe I'm a little too eager. Maybe I'm too eager. It seems to me that every time I die, I have to wait a little longer until I rejuvenate or respawn, or whatever they call it. Maybe there is a consequence to dying too many times after all. Maybe I should be a little more careful. So yeah, I mean, I think with this game, the trick is to stay behind the minions and to let them take the hits. And I actually do know some things now. I know how to heal myself and so on. So I do know how to use my powers at this point. It's been recommended to me that the healing would be the most important thing, my ability that I could use. And so that is what I'm aspiring to do. I knew I was gonna die, so I thought I'll give it my all and go with a bang rather than a whimper. That's my way. So this is a situation I have myself in with Lydia, and it's a complicated relationship. It really is. Oh man, the things get messed up so easily. And the difference is between men and women. I mean, I have friends that are women, and we can talk, and it's all right. But when you get in a relationship, I mean, that's where the differences between men and women become quite clear. With women, all these little details, numbers, and me getting married on World of Warcraft to a night elf, I mean, little things like that mean something really big, and it all is going to be gone over. It's all got to be just brought up and examined at every angle, and it's just, oh my god. You know, with guys, it's like, oh, those little things don't matter. Oh, it matters, you know, you like someone, you love them, or whatever, and we'll have a good time, and I mean, that's all that matters, isn't it? This is where the differences between us become apparent, and this is why relationships between men and women are so difficult, complex. You wouldn't think it would have to be this way, but our differences do come out in contrast to each other. It's as if the woman sparks the contrast in the man, and the man sparks the contrast in the woman. It's similar to if you got someone who is kind of nice and someone who's a real asshole, and you put them together, and the nice person, oh, I'm dead again, doesn't like the assholes. The nice person is really nice and sweet because they want to believe that they're better than this asshole, and the asshole acts like a real ass because he's thinking that this, you know, this nice person is so nicey nice, and that's making me sick, and they act. You see what I mean? How difference is. The people who are quite different, they make their contrasts build up more, like in response to each other. And so somehow, like the ugly side, I think, of the sexy is can come out more in relationship, in a close, like, romantic relationship. Whereas in a friendship, I think that it doesn't necessarily happen. Am I making any sense? I think so. I hope so. It's gonna have a little drink here. Just 1 second here. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Yeah. All right, I have my drink. Oh, sorry about that. So, yeah, all this stuff's going through my head lately. I have an awful lot going on through my head. My brother and I finally working our relationship out after 10 years of not speaking to one another. He's been helping me with my videos and with the technical side of it. And because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do this, but part of how I've been able to actually accomplish YouTubing was thanks to my brother Carlin. And so while we're patching things up, my relationship with my girlfriend is going real bad. And intense. Alright. He's told you there is a chemistry. I can feel it. I know we can win this thing. There's a certain magic. The magic. It's not everything is just so black and white. Some people are black and white people. And some people see color. I have like 2 bosses where I live, where I work. Sometimes it seems like I live there. Although I don't work very often, but once in a while I do have a part-time job that I go to. And in this particular job at a box factory, I have 2 bosses, and one is a black and white kind of man, and the other is the human man. You know, he's a people person. And there is a real difference in that. One that you kind of take to and one that you really don't.